Hello, Moon's here. I'm a bilingual mentor in English and Chinese. You're listening to Moon Bilingual Podcast, which is a series starting from WH questions around our life, depending on first principles thinking and MECE Principle. Using first principles thinking and the MECE Principle helps you gain clarity and understanding by breaking down problems into their fundamental components. This can help identify underlying causes, consider different perspectives, develop more effective solutions, and help you have better decision making. Have you ever said things like, I'll do it later, or I'll do it tomorrow? Promise yourself you'll do something and then drag your feet instead. Delayed even though you know that doing it hurts your performance or well-being. In the New York Times, March 2019, Charlotte Lieberman wondered if procrastination isn't about laziness. Then what is it about? In this episode, Moon Bilingual Podcast will explain this to you. What is procrastination? When you search from the Cambridge Dictionary, you will receive the answer to this question. Procrastination means the act of delaying something that must be done, often because it is unpleasant or boring. Consider for a moment what procrastination actually is. The word is derived from the Latin procrastinare, which means put off until tomorrow. Okay, sure, you know that. Is what's more interesting. Procrastination is also conceptually related to the word crazier, which means doing something despite knowing that is against your better judgment. According to Psychology Today, procrastinators are often perfectionists for whom may be psychologically more acceptable to never tackle a job than to face the possibility of not doing it well. They may be so highly concerned about what others will think of them that they put their futures at risk to avoid judgment. Some procrastinators contend that they perform better under pressure, but while they may be able to convince themselves of that, research shows it is generally not the case. Instead, they may make a habit of last-minute work to experience the rush of euphoria at seemingly having overcome the odds. Why do I procrastinate? Procrastination is driven by a variety of thoughts and habits, but fundamentally, we avoid tasks or put them off because we do not believe we will enjoy doing them and want to avoid making ourselves unhappy or we won't do them well. People may also procrastinate when they are confused by the complexity of a task, such as studying IELTS or Chinese, or when they are overly distracted or fatigued. What are the psychological roots of procrastination? Psychologists have identified various drivers of procrastination from low self-confidence to anxiety, a lack of structure, and simply an inability to motivate oneself to complete unpleasant tasks. Research has also shown that procrastination is slowly linked to rumination or becoming fixated on negative thoughts. But it can be seen as serving a psychological purpose, especially for people with perfectionist tendencies. Avoiding unpleasant work by devoting energy to other tasks like organizing or cleaning also help procrastinators avoid feeling unproductive, although they will have to pay the price for it later. One of the popular phenomena related to this topic today is revenge bedtime procrastination, which describes the decision to sacrifice sleep for leisure time that's driven by a daily schedule lacking in free time. For people in high-stress jobs that take up the bulk of the day, revenge bedtime procrastination is a way to find a few hours of entertainment, even though it results in insufficient sleep. Sleep procrastination can take different forms. One form involves delaying the act of getting into bed. Another is delaying the time of trying to fall asleep once in bed, a problem that has been associated with rising rates of electronic device use in bed. A person may engage in one or both forms of sleep procrastination, each of which can reduce nightly sleep. In a 2013 study, Dr. Pico and Dr. Saroy found that procrastination can be understood as the primacy of short-term mood prepare over the long-term pursuit of intended actions. Simply, procrastination is about being more focused on the immediate urgency of managing negative moods than getting on with the task, Dr. Sudroy said. One interesting piece of information is when we procrastinate, we do think about the future and our future selves, but not in a particularly deep and meaningful manner. Maybe you used to hear Christopher Parker say, procrastination is like a credit card. It's a lot of fun until you get a bill. If it seems ironic that we procrastinate to avoid negative feelings, but end up feeling even worse. That's because it is. According to Chen, moderate procrastination can help give your brain time to mull over the task and problem, and create space for greater creativity and innovative ideas. He believes that it is the primary work zone of innovators and original thinkers. Whether or not you procrastinate may also be due to what kind of people you are, as well as what motivates you. In her book, What Motivates Getting Things Done, psychologist Mary Lanier talks about two groups of people, task-driven and deadline-driven. From her perspective, neither approach is bad. While task-driven individuals would rather use their time to accomplish their goals in small bites, deadline-driven people prefer to channel their stress to work under pressure, helping them focus and complete their goals in shorter time frame. How to overcome procrastination? We must realize that at its core, procrastination is about emotions, not productivity. The solution doesn't involve downloading a time management app or learning new strategies for self-control. It has to do with managing our emotions in a new way. Instead, consider these steps to learn how to overcome procrastination. Finding the root of your anxiety around the task. Addressing your limited self-beliefs. Reframing the project as something that is beneficial rather than something that measures your worth. Extending kindness and compassion to yourself. Make your future a priority. Don't let procrastination get in the way of your goals. If you're thinking about continuing your education, brushing up on your skills, going back to study English, or learning new languages like Chinese, I can help. I hope you like this series in general and this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to become one of the first people to hear my voice. Thanks for your listening. Love you. Stay safe.